Royalty Beauty Brands is a female, Black-owned beauty company with all of your cosmetic needs in mind. Right now, we offer hair extensions, eyelash extensions, and our flagship product, Yumbella Lip Glam. Coming soon to add to our product line will be promo merchandise, lip oil, lip scrub, beard oil, body butter, body soap, and makeup, to name a few. Every product is vegan friendly and carefully made with the consumer in mind. Check out our Royalty Beauty Brand social media and go to our website to sign up for our exclusive mailing list for discount codes and to place an order. Don't forget to leave us some feedback. Royalty Beauty Brands. We see the beauty in you. Hi, everyone. It's me, Princess. For those who don't know me, Princess AV to be exact, so you won't mistake me for nobody else. You are in the house of the princess, where I'm 50% righteous, 50% ratchet. I decided to come to you. I got my pajamas on. I just got out of All About the Tea. I'm tired. And you're probably tired too. So I decided to have a pajama jammy jam. I'm not sure who's going to come in tonight, but y'all been asking me for story times, for sharing and caring. So I thought I'd give y'all one tonight. And you can watch this on the playback whenever you're ready. But in case y'all had questions, I said, well, why don't I put it in there so that you can watch? Tonight, we are talking about relationship PTSD. And I've actually told this story on my page before, but I wasn't really on YouTube when I told it. It was on my Facebook page. So I decided, why not share it again? So somebody else that may need to hear it can hear it. You guys want to know a little bit more about me. And y'all didn't tell me what you wanted to hear about, which you definitely can. So let me put this across the screen. You can email me at info@houseoftheprincess.com or princessav@houseoftheprincess.com and just put story time in the chat. Let me know what you want to hear about, or if you want advice about something, I will do that too. Or you could DM me. Some of y'all DM me, and that's cool. I answer, I read. As long as it's nothing like crazy or whatever, then you could do so. So besides all of that, today I'm going to talk about relationship PTSD. And for those who don't know what that is, that's post-traumatic stress disorder. I think a lot of times we get into relationships, or we've been in relationships, and we get wounded by relationships, or we have things that change us or affect us for the rest of our lives based on relationships that we've been in. And I have a few things that have happened to me that affect me in that. And so, oops, I forgot, before I get deep into it, if you're not subscribed to my channel, please take a second to subscribe. Take a moment to like the video as well. And if you like my content, press the notification bell. But definitely like and subscribe, because you'll want to stay after that. But anywho, I had this boyfriend about 10 years ago. I'm talking like 10, but I want to say 10 years ago. How did I meet him? I think I met him adjacent in a Facebook group, and I never accept friend requests. If y'all have tried it, I have a page where I do. And even on that page, I'm kind of leery of who I let into my page, but I don't accept friend requests. Like, if you send me a friend request, I'm going to your page. I'm seeing how many of the same people that we know together. I'm also going to see where you work, what type of person you are, where I might know you from, if you're in the industry or not, or what reasons that I want to be your friend. So he sent me the friend request, and I think I had seen enough adjacent people to him that I might have accepted the friend request or whatever. But he hit my DMs, and he was very nice. He was like, I like your picture, your modeling pictures are very nice, blah, blah, blah. And he was very gentleman-like. And then he kept, I was like, okay, whatever. But he kept being persistent. Then he sent me poetry. He was very like Renaissance man type of thing. He was very gentleman-like. And he wasn't trying to, he didn't come with the, oh, you so sexy and all of that kind of stuff. He was cool. So I was like, oh, okay, he cool. He didn't come on too strong. You know what I'm saying? Hey, boo boo. And every once in a while, I conversed with him. He would send, I hope this thing don't start talking. He would send me poetry. And I just thought that was just like so different. And I was into it. So eventually I let him be my friend. And we started talking. And I was still leery. I said, this is Facebook. I'm not really into, the DM relationships. But I was like, okay, I'll give it a chance. I was actually talking to someone else at the time. And I was honest with him about that. And I was kind of wrapped up in talking to this person. But that person that I was talking to from time to time talked to other people and let me know that, that we wasn't official. So I thought that it was okay for me to weigh my options to date. Okay. So I talked to this dude. I knew that was like in January, February, because he asked me to go out around Valentine's Day. And I said, nah, I just started talking to this other guy a couple of months. I want to do something for him and I already got plans. So let me see how this goes. He was first in line. And he was like, oh, okay, cool. I kind of, at that point in time in my life, I kind of wish I had let him take me out because my plans for the other guy kind of got foiled. Nothing came out like I wanted it to come out. Hey, Bishop. All my teacup siblings in the room tonight. So again, we kept talking. He would send me poetry. He would tell me how I'm doing. And one day he was like, can I call you on Tango? Now, in the early 2000s or, 2010s, Tango was it. You could not video chat. It wasn't a video chat yet, but you could like walkie-talkie people without giving you their real phone number. So I would do that. And I was comfortable with that because that meant that I didn't have to give him my phone number. And Facebook Messenger wasn't popping then. He said, I remember Tango. Oh, don't be mad. Here we go. Thank you for coming. You should stay and listen to the story. So I said, okay, cool. I'll let him call me on Tango. So he let me call. He called me and he was like, I just wanted to say hi. I just wanted to hear what you sounded like, blah, 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 blah. He said, I wrote this poem for you. I wanted to say this poem. I was like, oh, okay. So I let him talk. And it literally was like a 5-minute conversation or whatever. And I thought that was really sweet. So that took like months. And I think for like a month or two, I didn't really talk to him. I just kind of blew it off because I didn't take it seriously. And then towards the summertime, then out of nowhere, he popped back up. And he was like, I know I ain't talked to you. Woo, I still think you're really gorgeous. I see you in these Facebook streets or whatever. And I want to talk. So we tango some more. So we got to tango in and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, he's not a bad guy. And around July is when we started going out. I remember vividly it was July and it was raining. So let me tell you, the trick to it was, because this is the killer part. We talk about your background. At that time, I shared a house with my sister-in-law. And we shared a car. It was her car. I didn't have a need to really have my own car because I worked from home. Like I kind of do now. I worked from home, and then when I needed to go somewhere, I just pretty much drove her car because most of the time she only went to work early in the mornings at 6 a.m. in the morning, was home by 2, 3 o'clock. She didn't do much, and I'm in the bed most of that time. So it worked for us. And my kids was at school. It worked for us. So I told him what my background was. And then so he said, well, I stay in Indiana. He said, I stay with my cousin. I really don't have women friends over because my cousin and his girlfriend live there. She don't really want me to have women company over. So yeah, you might want to. So definitely. I got it. Now y'all know when you come into the house of the princess, you gotta have some type of cool beverage. Tonight I'm on ginger ale and water. But you might want to have a good shot. So he says, they don't like for me to have women company over. And I was like, okay, I could understand that because, I might not want you to come over my house. If this ain't your house and you have a little piece over, you stay here, you stay here. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. And so he had his own car. He had 2, 3 jobs. I was like, okay. It sounds like really, really good. You drinking gin and juice anyway. I said, this sounds really cool. Okay. So y'all get me off my, my square. So we talked and I said, well, cool, that understands. I understand that. He had like 2, 3 jobs and he was in school. I said, okay, he got his stuff together. And he told me, he said, I'm going to stay here because I'm saving up my money. I don't plan on moving no time soon. But when I do, I'm going to buy a house. So I'm going to, he told me he had a plan. I was like, okay, cool. So the second thing was he told me he had did a bid. And I, of course, asked, well, what you do a bid for, sir? How long was you in jail? It was a significant amount of time. I'm not going to say all the business, but it was a significant amount of time. So I'm like, oh, hell, I usually don't do it, but you seem like a cool guy. I asked, what was it for? It wasn't murder. It wasn't sexual assault. It was nothing, I think it was like street pharmaceutical, something on that order. So I'm like, yeah, okay. We'll see where this goes. He was honest. So we finally go out on a date. Well, what people don't know about me is most guys, I hadn't never really been on a date. Most dates I go on, I do Dutch. Or I just end up falling in relationships with like friends or people that are close to me, but just straight out, let me take you out on a date is not common for me. It just never happened. It's weird. So he says, let me take you out on a date. And that he did. But mama over here, I always keep my own money. So we went out on a little cheap date. We went out on a little cheap date. And just so happened, we happened to be coordinating. We were dressed alike and everything just by coincidence. So we go out, it was raining. It wasn't like a good day, but my sister was like, yes, go on the date, honey. Yeah, she was for it. Okay, so she watched the kids, and my kids were young then. They were still in grammar school. So we had a good dinner, and I was gonna maybe pay my half or something like that or leave the tip. I went to grab for my purse, and he was like, you know what? If you can't handle this, somebody need you not to comment, sir. No, I do not have to coordinate. I'm gonna block you from commenting. So I start talking about you. I went to go for my purse. He was like, no, don't bring your purse out about me or whatever. I was like, oh, okay. I'm just making sure. So I put my purse away. He left the tip and we was like trying to figure out, let's do something else. So we ended up driving around for a little bit and we ended up going to the park. I'm not going to go to the details of what happened at the park, but my close friends know. It's a nice little day at the park. And we sat there on a bench and we really got to know one another. I felt like a real good connection with him at that point in time. So we had to end the date, not early, but fairly early, because I had to do a sleep study that night. So I was going to be in the doctor's office all night. Excuse me. So he said, let me take you. And he did. Took me home to get my clothes and my spend a night bag. Came back out. He took me to my sleep study. Then he called me, talked me till the doctor was like, well, the practitioners, whoever them people is, they was like, well, you have to get off the phone, ma'am. You have to go to sleep so we could watch you sleep. So that's how that ended. So we ended the date. It was a very nice date. So I decided to continue to talk to him. So this is July. September. So yeah, I think it was September. So we continue talking. So now we get to the point, like every day, we're tangoing, we're video chatting. Sometimes he wake me up in the morning to video chat. From the time he's in the shower to the time he goes to work, then he goes on break, then he video chat me from school. Like I just knew his schedule. It was like a normal thing. We talk every day, all day, on and off, or text or something like that. So it was cool. So now he starts to do more of the boyfriend thing. He pops up on you and all that kind of put you on mama, all that kind of shit. Okay. And it was kind of like, okay, so now we go together, I guess. So then one time he popped up on me. I told him I was leaving church. And he popped up on me. And I had my kids and I wasn't quite ready for that, but I just let it happen. He took me home. He met my kids for a few moments, but he was very good with them. He told me he wanted to have a son. He was afraid to have daughters at the time, but he said he wanted to have a son and what he wanted to name it. And you know how you get to talking to people and you be starting to playing your life, he was like, oh, I want to have a baby. I was like, well, I might have another baby. I haven't hit the age where I just completely say no yet. So we would talk about, starting to be together. After about a month or two, we go out and have days, go out to the club. So I've only introduced him to a couple of people in my life. But he wasn't afraid to be seen with me out in public. He would stay with me and when he would see me, but he would never stay past like 5 or 6 a.m. He would leave or he'd drop me off and go home. I didn't think about it because I was naive at the time. So now August comes, Bud Billiken comes. Well, actually even before Bud Billiken, it was a few times that he would go a couple of days without speaking to me. It would just be odd. He wouldn't answer the phone, wouldn't return my calls. I wouldn't hear from him. And so I'm the type of person, I get mad. You ignore me, I am going to ignore the hell out of you and act like you don't exist. So this happened one time. He was calling me, and I'll just, no, I'm not answering. So now he's texting, please, baby, please. So I forgave him. Okay, I'll talk to you. I'll give you another chance. Now this happened 2 or 3 times in like 2 months period, month and a half, 2 months period. August comes, that's Chicago's biggest parade. And it's actually the United States' biggest back to school parade. It's always the second week of August. It's called Bud Billiken. Yes. He said, oh Lord, he got a family at home. So I sat up there and he was like, I'm gonna be at the parade. Well, because a little known secret here is I have majorettes. I train majorettes most times. So I'm either in the parade training and coaching majorettes through the parade, or my daughter is a dancer. My kids is in the parade for some weird reason. Like I'm always at the parade and in the parade usually. So I was at the parade, but he was at a different part of the parade, and the parade goes hours and hours. Okay. So I didn't see him. I think I was at the parade that year. And so I was trying to see his ass though. He sent me a picture and he was with other people. He was hugging on somebody. And at first I seen the woman, she had like her hand on his stomach. And I said, let me not be jealous. And I was like, oh, who is that? Oh, those are just friends. They go to the school or whatever. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. So I just let it go. And I was like, let's not be jealous. Time goes on. He started doing weird behavior or whatever. Kind of funny. So let's fast forward to September. So we've been going kind of good. So he comes over. He said, LOL, me too. Y'all fatty. He said family at all. Y'all making me tickly. So he comes over one Friday. No, let's back up because it was the pictures that got it for me. So late August, he shows me pictures. He's at a bridal shower, bachelorette party. He shows me pictures where he's at. I was like, oh, you look cute. There you go. He was like, yeah, let's go egg his house. He still got a friend request sitting up on my Facebook page. I can tell you where he at. He's on my IG page somewhere too. These people don't scare me. So I sit up there. You look cute. And it was one of them days he hadn't answered. And I was like, he was like, yeah, I'm over here. I got to be over here, blah, blah, blah. I'll talk to you. You know, we'll kick it tomorrow. I said, okay, good. So then one Friday he comes over. He says, well, how you doing? He popped up on me again. And there's some other stuff in between. It's irrelevant at this point. I know somebody's watching. I'm not finna put you on blast. Okay. He pops up in my house. It was like in the middle of the day, but everybody pops up in my house because they know I'm home because I work from home. And he come in, oh, I'm upset. I said, well, what's wrong? He said, I lost my job today. I said, but you got another one. And you said you didn't want to work there no more. So I think you'll be okay. You always get a job. You cool. You know, I'm trying to be the doting girlfriend or, you know, friend. He was like, yeah, you right, babe. I'm going to get it. You know, I was making my bed. I was doing something. And I said, what is he, Jack in the Box? Why he keep popping up? Everybody I be with pops up on me. And so I said, well, you want to come back later and we could probably spend some family time. We can get some pizza, you know, maybe spend some time with the kids, play video games, watch a movie, and then you and I could cuddle, you know, do what grown folks do. And he was like, oh, baby, you the best. He says, no, because I'm in a wedding tomorrow. He said, we're going to drive up to Munster. He said, so we doing our stuff tonight. I was like, oh, wow. I said, all your friends get married. He said, yeah, everybody but me. I said, well, maybe one day we'll talk about it, you know, talking that talk. And he's like, yeah, sweetheart. So we spent some time together that day and he leaves. So the next day, my phone got cut off. I hadn't paid the bill or whatever, but I didn't really worry about it because I knew I was about to. And I was at home. We had a phone. So I'm texting him and talking to him during the day. And somewhere in there, I knew he was busy. He sends me a picture in his suit. So it was white. I was like, oh, sweetheart, you looking cute today. I was like, okay. He was like, yeah, it was a good day. Oh, wait, I forgot. He calls me, he video chats me early in the day. And he was sick as a dog because he went and got drunk. This was the key. So he's driving and he looked like he had allergies. He looked like he was sick as a dog. So I said, what is wrong with you? He was like, I'm driving back to the house. I done left my belt and stuff at the house. I'm trying to rush back. I'm sick. I feel like throwing up. I feel like throwing up. How you doing? I said, get your shit together. I said, get yourself together. And he was like, I'm coming. I was like, don't you ruin that girl's wedding. I need you to get together, go, throw up, go get you some ginger ale. You're going to be okay. I'm giving him the pep talk. And this nigga was like, okay, I love you. I was, yeah, I love you too. I'll talk to you later. So he sends me pictures and he sends me pictures of him in this suit or whatever. So I was like, okay, you look cute. Fast forward, that was Saturday night. Now I seen people that I know that was at a wedding on Facebook. I'm not paying no attention. So I call him on Sunday. There's no answer. Okay, here with this bullshit again. Monday, there's no answer. So Monday evening, my best friend inboxed me. She knew I was working. She texted me. She said, I got to tell you something. I was like, what? So she sent me a picture. She sent me a picture. I said, where you get that picture from? Because nobody had met him. I said, where you get that picture from? She was like, oh shit. And she was like, I think something is up, but I need you to confirm. She said, here, take my Facebook information. I need you to log into my Facebook page. And I need you to go on, let's call her, no, I don't even want to say it. That's too close. We call her Mary. I need you to go on this girl, Mary Jane's page. And I need you to look at those pictures. And I need you to tell me, is this that same dude? Because I seen him on this page. And I need you to go confirm if that's him. So I'm like, okay. I go on her page and I'd be goddamn, the fucking cover page was this bitch wedding. So I start going through the page, and this is a day later. Okay, she was geeked. I look, and this nigga crying at the altar, and all these pictures. I said, "Oh hell no!" I was hurt. I was angry. I was shocked and stunned that this nigga done got married. I'm trying not to say that word. I'm sorry. He done got married. It was not somebody else's wedding. It was his wedding, and I couldn't put two and two together. And I'm sitting there at my desk. I was like, oh my goodness. And I called her back. I said, yes, that's him. Unless he got a twin, that's him. Okay. That's not funny because I didn't see you gonna make me say something ugly. Because I don't put that kind of energy out in the air to nobody for you to say that. That's ugly. So anyway, I said, goddamn, this is him. He's married. Okay. So now I started going into, you got the good girl and you got the bad girl. So now I start going into psychotic mode because I done told you that people have done me wrong. And you motherfucker, you want to sit up there and do that? You didn't have to do that. Okay. So I'm sitting here now. I got time to think and time to plot, plan, and I got motives and I got means to do it. So then the drama ensues. So, and I got nothing but time on my hands. So I start thinking like, God damn it. And me and my good girlfriend, we go and get our nails done. And I'm talking now. I'm stalking on Facebook because that's just what I do. And so I had put a picture of him in one picture. And so a girl had commented on kind of sideways. She was like, okay. Like on Belly. I hope things turn out great for you too. It was like a little sideways comment. I'm like, oh, you got you one. So I inboxed her. And we still Facebook friends since then. And I said, can you tell me what you meant by that comment? Have y'all done something or whatever? She was like, yeah. Come to find out that she had slept with him like a month before we had started dealing. And she gave me all the tea. So she is in the lifestyle, and she's in a lifestyle group with him. And so they had sex and probably had sex with some other people. And so she gave me the tea about his woman and all. Now, my good girlfriend, my best friend, went to high school with this girl. So that's another trick to it. I'm going to tell you. But this young girl, she says, oh, yeah, I fooled with him. And she gave me the tea on his girl. Told me that she knew that he cheated. Well, like we discussed last Friday in the parties. They call lifestyle group here. Where you go to orgies or you go to those sex parties or something like that. They say you in the lifestyle. So he was really into it. So she said, I stopped fooling with him because he be busting down with some of the dirty chicks or whatever. I was like, what? She was like, yeah, these girls be having stuff. And, she was like, I don't get down with him no more because of some of the people that he had slept with. And he was a buzz down. I was like, okay, cool. And she told me all the tea about his girl. And she was like, his girl know he cheats and he has other girlfriends. And she said she talked to her directly about it. And the girl said that he promised her that he would stop cheating once they got married, and that he was out here in the streets because he had been in jail. And I guess all the pussy he missed while he was in jail, he had to catch up. I did ask him directly, had you had any boy pussy while he was in jail? He got upset about that, naturally, but he said no. Because nowadays, I ask if you go to street meet. And so I said, okay. It's like that. So she said, now she also said about the girl, she knows he cheats. And she takes over his bank account or his money and tells him to give her most of his money because he goes out and spends his money on women and then can't pay the bills or leave her to pay the bills, or he might not have gas money. And so I was like, now what type of shit is this? I hope he didn't think I would be doing the same thing, because baby, you would make it to work fooling with me because I'm ugly when it comes to that type of stuff. If you're going to spend your money, that's cool, but you're not finna spend my money. Okay. Nothing wrong with I mean, if that's the way you going, I just want to know. So we sit up there and she gave me the tea. I said, okay, you gave me something that I work with. But I was still mad because I'm sitting up here, I ain't got no closure. He just did me dirty. So I got that little bit of tea. But because, and I guess it's that Gemini thing again, I'm still plotting and planning on what am I going to do to him with his dirty ass. Okay. Thank God for salvation and deliverance as time goes by. So one day I had all kinds. So I live close to Indiana. Chicago is right on the border of Indiana. And there's a nice billboard right on the expressway going towards Indiana that you can't miss. And you have to go over this bridge. I can't with you. So I said first, I should take some compromising pictures and put them up on the billboard and put his big ass face on the billboard with his phone number or something about him, his Facebook page, just his whereabouts or whatever, his name, and say, if you see this dude, you know, he's a dog. So by now, my best friend also talks to his woman. Now everybody's pillow talking about my business because everybody knows each other. Okay. So my good girlfriend, my baby daddy and her baby daddy are cousins. Okay. So her and her baby daddy went to school with this girl. So they both know her. But her baby daddy's best friend just happened to be her baby daddy. So now did y'all catch that? Did y'all catch that? Because that's a lot right there. My best friend's baby's father, his best friend is the wife's baby daddy. So I know him too. We all used to be roommates at one time during college. So he knows me too. I just didn't know her. Our children are the same age. So she was pregnant during the time that we all were roommates. Then another friend of mine inadvertently found out about it because one of his good girlfriends, which I knew her, actually attended the wedding. So she attended the wedding, but she also went to school with them. So she knew my best friend. So everything in Chicago is less than 6 degrees of separation, especially on the south side. Okay, it's 3 degrees of separation. So now everybody's like, everybody knows me somewhere. Yes, it was very messy. So I happened to see that this girl was at the wedding, but because I didn't know them people, I didn't pay no attention to it, and she never posted any pictures, but I knew she was at that wedding. And so now they are talking amongst themselves and pillow talking. Girl, did you know blah, blah, blah? Did you know V little piece got married? And yes, okay. So it starts going down a pipeline quicker than I could even think of. So my best friend calls the wife. I guess she inboxed her. Christ on the crutch. So she says, look, V is my good girlfriend. Y'all are sharing a man. They felt bad because they wish they had found out about this before they got married. And they was like, they got their fingers crossed. They were like, you could still get it annulled, or, but because we care about everybody, we would just like to let you know that your man is for the streets. And she was like, okay. And she basically, from what was told to me, is, long story short, she knew her man was for the streets. And as a matter of fact, she had a GPS on him, on his car, on his phone or whatever at the time. So she knew when he was at my house. But he had previously had another girlfriend at somebody else, another girlfriend at another house that was fairly close to my address. So she assumed that it was the other one. So I got dry on that. She let that slide. She let it slide. So now comes the campaign of, girl, you could do better. My friend called me and she said, it was like talking to a brick wall. She was like, I told her that you would even consider having a baby at one point if that y'all was together. She's like, I told her you don't never talk about having no kids and being married. Like, this is serious. Like, I knew you were serious. And she was like, she just was not trying to hear it. That is her husband now, and she believed he would stop cheating. And she believed that he would stop cheating. She was like, oh, okay, girl, you have a good one. So now it's going down the pipeline some more. So my good boyfriend calls me and he was like, look, I think he told me to come over. And he was like, so I heard. And I'm like, well, damn, how did you hear? You ain't nowhere in it. He was like, you forgot that Sheila over here be over here. She told me. Okay. Because she know I know you. She told me. And I was like, oh, wow. He was like, I know you didn't mean it. He was like, oh, I'm so sorry or whatever, you know. And so I would go over there and talk to them. And they gave me a hug and they was like, we trying to see what we could do for you, you know, how we can make it better. We know you, that's not your style. We sorry that, you know, you got caught up in that situation. I was like, yeah, you know, I was like, I'm just angry and hurt. So now, excuse me, they know, and they, you know, everybody's getting together to figure out how they can try to fix this situation in some form or fashion. I'm back. I can hear it. Okay. Can y'all hear me? Give me a thumbs up. So now the all of a sudden in my inbox, here comes her baby daddy. I ain't gonna name his name. This was the test. My stuff acting stupid. There we go. This was the test. The testimony. Yes, it is. So now the baby daddy inboxed me. So I heard. I was like, damn, who y'all didn't tell, okay? Who y'all didn't tell? We ain't got time to be hurt. We need to bust the windows out there. I said, who y'all didn't tell? So he calls me. And he was like, I know you didn't do that on purpose because that's not your style. And I know you don't date people that's dating other people. And he says, you dodged a bullet. He said, I hate that bitch ass nigga. And I hate him over my son. And she a bitch. And she getting what she deserved. And I was like, wow. She deserved to be embarrassed because shit she do. Like, he was mad, but he was basking in the public embarrassment of it all. Okay. And he was like, I wish you well, go do better. You don't need him. He's really a bitch. And yeah, he was like, he was like, you gonna be good. You know, I love you, and you know, we cool. You dodged the bullet. I was like, oh, okay, but my feelings still hurt. So my good girlfriend says, she told the girl, you know, like, why would you want to hey, why would you want to be with him if he out here for the streets like that, you know? And she was like, you know, I love him, we gonna be cool. She said, my problem is that he didn't do his homework with who he was fucking with. He said he gonna go fuck with somebody that know everybody and know everybody I know, and now my business is out in the motherfucking streets where we had it under wraps. You could at least pay attention to who you fucking and know that we live very close to each other. We know the same people. And I'm just sitting there Like, sis, you got bigger problems than to worry about that I know all of the same people that you know. Like, you got a whole whore that you just married. You for the gutter, not for the street. Look, this is on YouTube. This might be a chance he can see it. You never know. and so I was like, oh, okay, fam. Okay. So all of a sudden, what is y'all over here saying? To get over pain, climb on another pain is called Tik therapy. Now I was upset. I was sad and I was upset. I was really hurt because I had opened myself up to him. So now it must have been the week go by. It was a Tuesday. I remember vividly on a Tuesday. I get a call. We classy in the streets. I get a call from a number that was not one that I knew. And I almost didn't answer, but I decided to answer. Just not too long, got off of work. I'm sitting at my computer. I'm like, okay. I answer, hello. Hey. Okay, how you doing? Yeah, I'm just calling to say this over between us. I said, excuse me. I'm like, that's the best you got, nigga. You just got married and it's over. Obviously, or whatever else he said, it was just so dry and so just Then I took and said, I was ready to cuss him out. And my spirit says, stop, don't. So I didn't cuss him out. Because I could tell that her ignorant ass, like this would make me lose respect for her as a woman because she didn't respect me as a woman and having had feelings. We're both women and we both dating the same dog. She stood over him so he could give me the speech to say that he was done with me. And for her gratification of being embarrassed, she wanted to hear that he was done with me. And I guess to hurt my feelings because her feelings were hurt. They didn't have a honeymoon. They stayed at home. And that week of that, right before he called me, I recall I always go out to Indiana to get gas. And I just it was hard for me. I had to clear my mind. And these people done told me where these folks live at. And I done Googled the shit, okay? I didn't know the apartment, but I don't do violence, but I do shit that's going to embarrass you for the rest of your life when I'm really, really mad. Thank God for deliverance. Okay. So in my mind, I was going to take some pictures, some compromising pictures of us or us together. And then I was going to write on there, my early Photoshop days, this nigga is a dog. And we go together and all that. And what I was going to do is I was going to go out to the parking lot and put it on all the motherfucking cars under the windshield so that he can be embarrassed by all the neighbors, bitch. So I was ready to clown, okay? They said in my Mama Joy's voice, remember the lunch? Remember he took my lunchbox. She was a dog too. Yes. Hey, Elaine. I told them, I got an STD. Biatch got to go get checked. Yeah, I thought about doing that too. Like, I'll do some old dirt stuff just to make you mad. Well, this is 10 years ago. I moved past so definitely. I done got some deliverance now. I'm gonna tell you the story how this ends on today, all the way up to today. So I was like, I'm gonna go do some shit. I should go to the I can't say where they lived at. I should go to that apartment complex and really do some dirt. I was putting gas in the car. I was like, I'm ready. I'm just ready to do some whole ratchet shit, bitch. And so then the spirit talks me down whenever I get to do its ratchet stuff. And he was like, well, you're in Indiana. You'll go to jail, ma'am. and And you all the way out here. Don't nobody even know that you all the way out here. Yes, I have, Elaine. Don't nobody know you all the way out here, and then they ain't gonna be able to get your ass out of jail because you know you're gonna start a fight. And if you go bust them people windows out and stuff, it's gonna be some smoke in the city. Like, don't do that. Take your ass home. But baby, I was like, what if I just drive around the complex? Just let him see me on GD. I'm going out there like I'm mad, you know. It's all saying, cancel that bitch. Y'all crazy. So I sit up there and thank God, go home. And so I drive home. I'm still fuming. I didn't tell nobody what I was going through. I did cry about it. Some of my sister-in-law was like, y'all only was fucking for like 3 months. What did you cry about? I'm like, oh, what do you mean? I have feelings, you know. I got over it. And so he called and he broke up with me in like the worst, most disrespectful way. And so I answered him, and then my Holy Spirit kicked in, no matter how mad I was and ignorant I was. And I stopped because I knew that she was on the other side of that phone. And I didn't want to give her the satisfaction of seeing me sweat or cry or none of that, since you didn't have no respect for my feelings, bitch. So I said, you know what? I can tell by the way you're talking to me, something's not right. So how about this? When you're ready, you're going to apologize to me. And mark my words, between 3 months, you will apologize to me the right way. And God's going to get you. And he's going to hold you accountable. Now, this girl's a church-going girl. Did I tell y'all that? And she was a pastor's kid. So she knew better than to treat me that way. She knew better than to be with him. Singing in the choir, in the community choir. He had gotten both of us very similar in a lot of ways. I'm like, you treat me like that and you sitting up in the Lord's house every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday, and Saturday, you know better than to treat God's people like that. You for damn sure not going to treat me like that. You so wretched. Hey, I'm like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. So that was like September. Yeah. Beginning of September. So I would have been like, hello, may I speak to Barbara? Barbara, this is Shirley. So, of course, we got off the phone. I guess he blocked my number after that. I was upset for a long time, and that just put ice cream on the cake, honey. I kept for a while. I was like, what should I do to this man? Y'all not going to do me like this. You got my name out in the street. Some of my other friends that was not adjacent to none of this called me, girl, are you okay? I'm like, how did you know? Okay. This is out in the streets. Okay. And so on Thanksgiving, I'm sitting there. I'm watching TV, really ready to go to bed. We didn't have dinner and shit. I'm sitting there. And that damn Tango phone ring. And I look at my phone like, ain't this a bitch? And I look like, do I really want to answer this? Thank you. I'm almost done. Thank you. So I'm sitting up here like, ain't this a bitch? It's his ass on Tango. Please pick up. All right, nigga. What you got? I pick up the phone. And he's sitting in the dark. And you can tell like it's still people over at his house for Thanksgiving and stuff. Kicking it. But he's sitting in a dark room in the dark with his head down. And he calls. He says, he says, I am so sorry. And he is like crying. I am so sorry. I made the biggest mistake of my life. And I'm sorry that I treated you the way that I did. So at first I was like, well, I can't help about the mistake you made. You made your bed in it, sir. You have to lie in it. And he said, well, I can understand that. And I can understand the way you feel. I'm just sorry. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have married her. And I shouldn't have treated you the way I treated you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was like, okay. Because God told me whenever he tell me somebody is going to apologize to me, he makes them suffer until they do. And that is one promise that he has made to me when I cried out to him years ago. So when people tell me that I'm stupid for letting people get away with stuff, thank you so damn. I have to give it to God. And I ain't gonna say that it's easy, because I be mad and I be wanting to get into shit. But I have to tie my hands. And sometimes I don't make it all the way like I'm supposed to. But when I let God do things, and this is for anybody and anything that you're into. Did you give him some more? He says, God fixes it for me. And it takes patience and it takes time. But he'll fix it for you. And I've learned in my time that no matter what revenge that I tried to get on people, that it could never outdo what God can do to people when they talk about suffrage. So I have to learn to deal with me when people do me a certain way. And I have to learn how to stop reacting. And this is something even I've just learned recently. It's a reaction type of thing when people do things to you. I have to learn to stop reacting to people and to learn to listen, stop. Because I'll do some shit and I'll do some heinous shit to you, okay? And won't have no problems about it. But then I have to learn that that's going to hurt me in the long run way more than it'll hurt you. I got my daughter's name from a woman to woman song. She says that's a jewel. Yeah, oh, you got the remix. I was like, she was saying says the shit that I now like, and I have my daughter, and yep, that's her name, Jewel. So now he's apologized. He still wanted to get with me and talk to me and all that kind of stuff. Things just wouldn't be right. So he ended up staying married with this girl for 2 years. And he talked about, I think he was lying, but he talked about he was miserable and whatever. So one thing that she told my best friend also was she had not planned on having no more babies. Please inbox me. Okay. Yeah, let me put it on the bottom. I'm gonna play the commercial afterwards anyway. Pray that right now, prayer. You would be amazed how yes, he will. So I sat up there and I've been in touch with him afterwards, but it don't stop there. So one day he said that he wanted to have babies. I knew he really wanted to have a child. He didn't have no child. Her child was 13 years old. And I was like, well, what the hell you want to get married to somebody that's not going to have your kids? And this man don't have no children. Like that you're unequally yoked. She told my friend, I ain't having no damn baby. Okay. So what had happened was she ended up getting that lipo surgery or whatever. And she lost about 100 pounds. Okay, honey. Thank you for watching. You always hurt your many worse than yes. Keep my good energy and let God handle it. Yeah, it is a little bit more. So let me see, where was I? So some time goes by. I have my eye on him because I'm still a stalker. And I think I'm missing something. I'm skipping something, but nevertheless, I'll remember. So I'm talking to one of my stylists, my good girlfriend at the time. So this nigga is community being. So you know how you go over stories or whatever. So I'm over there, kikiing with my good girlfriend. And I noticed this dude keeps getting different Facebook pages and sending me friend requests. Sometimes I accept it, sometimes I don't. So he ends up divorcing her right after she got her little surgery and got her life and some self-esteem about herself. So they divorced. And right after the divorce, he gets this girl pregnant and he got his baby boy. Okay, congratulations, sir. I'm watching, in the internet streets. Excuse me. So now he's got a child, the one he wanted. So, and the one other reason why I know, because the baby mama was friends with my other friend. And you know how on Facebook, when somebody like used to be, when they like a picture, it'll come up on your feed or something if you at least 2 degrees of separation or some shit like that. Well, that's how it came up. So I said, oh, okay. Found out he's divorced. Meanwhile, since then, this is how God gets to get you. The wife end up going back to some clown that they went to school with, and she got a baby by him. And he don't treat her right. Again, she got the real gotcha. She thought she had gotten her a star. And I'm going to try not to laugh in people's misfortune. But that's how the gotcha came back with her. So now she's got a baby under 10. Now, when she said she wasn't having no more children and she didn't want to be tied up. So I don't know how that's going. Her life is going at this moment. But the last time I heard, like, she wasn't happy in her relationships. She has to atone to God for what she's done, the way she treated me. She don't have to apologize to me, but she needs to apologize to God and the universe and fix it. All the people that she's done dirt to, she needs to fix it. So he got the baby boy. He ain't stayed with the girl not too long. And even now, allegedly, last I heard, he has problems with co-parenting and communication with the baby mama and keeping in contact with his child. They be at odds. Y'all know how that baby mama, baby daddy stuff go. So, God ain't gonna do nothing with that. The Kiki, I'm over my good girlfriend house. I said, the girl that had a baby. I was like, yeah, I know her baby daddy. Remember that time that I was upset? I was like, yeah, that's him. She said, girl, quit playing. Chick tried to be that I'm not going to break him up with you in front of you, make you feel good, and it backfired. Yes, it did. Honey, he was in her inbox at the time. I was hoping if you move fast and no one would see good night. So it is a hood night. So he was in her inbox while I was sitting there talking to her. But the kiki is that he didn't know that I knew her. And we didn't have no dealings at the time. And she was like, girl, this dude in my inbox, he getting on my nerves. I had sex with him one time. And he just, you start kikiing, right? I looked at the page. I said, girl, you remember? That's him. She said, what? So now we on some old other shit. Okay. And I didn't like the way he was talking to her. He was like, I had sex with him once. And you start comparing notes or whatever. She was like, but I really don't like him. And da 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 da. I said, okay. So she just said, just for shits and giggles, I'm going to talk to him. Let's see where he go. So needless to say, she said a few words to him or whatever. But she told him, you for the streets, fam. I'm not into that. And he got mad. He escalated like he was going to come over there on her. I said, see, he ain't never talked to me like that. Like, I wish he would bring his ass over here. He going to get beat up 4 different ways because she know people anyway. So, hot mess. Yes, it is a hot mess. Who'd have think that these people, baby, when they be for the streets, they is in the streets and for the streets. So just to sit up there, right? He wasn't stupid, and we was like in Inglewood. Like, you ain't coming down there. He ain't that bad. He was kind of hood. Like, I tell you, I like a nigga little hood him. He can't be too soft. He just got to be a little niggerish. Okay, so he was from that area, but he wasn't coming down to do all that. And I was like, he over here threatening a woman. Don't let me get in his inbox. So, but it never escalated too much after that. But it was funny, and so we compared notes, and I found out that he had sex with at least 2 or 3 people that I knew. Case in point that he is for the streets. I don't know what the real moral to this story is, other than when you meet a person, please fully vet them at this time in my life. And since then, I will no longer. After that, I did not talk to anybody else on the internet at all. Then that damn catfish show came out. I was really done with people on the internet per se, because it bothers me to know that somebody went to that great of lengths to deceive me, to lie to me that much when it wasn't necessary, to lie to me that you didn't care about my feelings and you said that you love me. And you're from El Salvador. Thank you. Buenas noches. ¿Cómo está? The moral of the story is, remember the lunchbox. Don't forget how people did you. The lunchbox. I can't with you so definite. But I try to fully vet people. Now, I am not above telling you that I need to do a credit check on your ass. I need to do a credit check on your ass. I need to find out who your mama is, your granddaddy, who your friends are, who you are from. Please, if you see some red flags, please do not run through them. Sit and listen and pay attention to what people are doing to make sure that you are with maybe the person that God wants you to be with, honey. One of the ways a woman can avoid falling in love with a man who is leading a double life is to ask yourself, are you getting what you need? If the answer is no, move on and don't look back. But at that time in my life, I thought it was. Most of the time, child chick went to dude's call log, found out, and called me. We do the who's this and who's that. So when she came and told him to tell me it was over, he's like, nah, I don't want to talk to her. You not call me. And that's my thing. I don't want to have to be going through your phone and going through your stuff. Okay. I don't feel that I should have to. And I don't want you going through my shit either. I'm sensitive about that. I pay my own phone bill. Okay. Now, if I give you permission to go through my phone, that's okay. But one of my exes told me, if you start going through my phone, you better be ready to find what you're looking for. And I kind of stand by that now. If I feel that I'm going through your stuff, I'm going to find what I'm looking for, because I already had that energy. And my intuition to this day has never failed me or let me down about something. When I feel something ain't going right, it usually is not. Okay. And listen to the Holy Spirit and listen to your conscience, or whatever you want to call it. When they tell you some people doing some fuck shit, It's some fuck shit going on. It may not be the fuck shit that you necessarily think, is going on, but it's something that's not right in the water, or something is going awry. It's just not on the straight and narrow, or they're just not telling you something. I don't care if they're even trying to surprise you in the right way. It's something is just not clean. And if you cannot trust the person you're with for whatever reason that may be, then you don't need to be with them. That's just facts. You don't need to be with them. I subscribe now to relationships where we could be fully transparent with one another. If I don't want to date you exclusively, I'm going to give you your choice, and I ask that you do the same. Any man out here, give a woman her choice. These women is sharing more than what they want to let on to. I just like honesty. There's too many diseases out here, and people having babies on people, and just, I might hurt you. Okay. And I'm the good one. Okay. But now people will murder you for lesser. And I'm that type of one. I'll kill you. Quit playing with me. Okay. My phone is off limits. If you got to go through the phone, it's already a wrap. Save yourself time and pack your shit and take the lunch box and get the hell out of here. Pretty much. Thank you. Backfired on her dumb ass, and she still don't like me to this day. When she called me, I didn't call her, and her relationship wasn't secure. She thought it was, but that wasn't my fault. That gut feeling element, yes. My let go game is cold. That's a Gemini thing. Once I'm done with you, baby, I'm done. Once I decide to not be bothered with you, that's why I'm celibate. So let's fast forward to 2019. At that time in my life, I thought it was. I understand. I would not judge. It says, what's just saying, Gemini all day. I get a matter of fact. Let me open up one of these Instagram pages. Is this phone dead? What's this? It needs a charge. This is some bull. Oh, it is. It needs a charge. Let's find another phone because I got plenty of them. Got it. Let's go into the Instagram. So I think it's one of my old page, my other page. It's my page that everybody don't be on, my privates page. Let's look in the old inbox so we can get this full conversation of what happened. Let's scroll on down. And it's probably, who is this? And he comes with all these weird names. Gang. Oh, Mr. Rash, keep coming back. Let me tell you, from then on, for every 6 months to a year, he would either randomly see me at a function, or he would seek me out to ask me to give him another chance and kick it with him. You Pisces are so hard. Okay, when we done, point blank, period. I kid you not. He's like, here we go. 59 weeks. This is a little bit over last year. He constantly finds me in the street. Chicago is not as big as you think it is. Checking in just in case I done forgave him and he got a chance. Okay. So, wait, I can't put the name up there. Okay, so he says this is January 10th, 2020, mind you. 10 years later, at least 10 years later. I didn't know my vagina had that much work in it, okay? He says, January 10th, 2020, I miss you. So I give him the side-eye Beyonce face, whatever. He says, I said, we haven't been together since 2013. I doubt it. He says, it's true. We haven't been together because we've moved on, but trust, I never got you out of my heart. Mr. Nate. Looking for a weak mind. He's trolling everybody systematically. He was missing Kobe. Y'all a mess. So I said, I couldn't have been that much in your heart while you were steady lying and being deceitful. My feelings truly didn't matter, and for whatever reason, you expect me to be passive about that. And he says, wow, you still on that? Let it go. We had that discussion many times. Black women don't know how to receive positivity. All I did was express something positive, not trying to talk my way into some pussy. I'm leaving for Alabama on the 20th. Why you gotta always bring up old shit that's been dealt with? SMH. All black women do that. Now he got divorced. They stayed together 2 years. She got weight loss surgery and they divorced. So I said, first of all, I'm not all black women. Secondly, I still get residuals and reminders of that embarrassment till this day. You never atoned for it. Your apology was fake because even after I forgave you, you were still lying and doing bogus shit. Please remind me of a good reason why I should trust in anything you say or believe you are on the up and up. I did not get any response, and I am not blocked because, yeah, you got a page or something, but he probably got like 50 pages. I don't know. I do pay attention to who's on my pages, my fan and supporter page, and my personal page. And trust and believe, my supporter page is public, and the exes be trolling and looking. Yeah, I let it go when I let it go, boy. Bye. Hey, Dukes, we finna wrap it up. You're gonna have to watch the replay. Oh, hell no. How he gonna blame it on black women princesses? He a little slow. He friends with Rolling Right. Ah, the real man only his slip is shown. Yes, the married man. He thought his game is stronger than. Well, I mean, he must have thought his penis was better than what it was. God made one penis, trust and believe he's made 35 million penises. And I can find one, okay? It'll be okay. So that was right before the pandemic. And that was the last time I've heard from him. So he may surface again because he never went to Alabama because I seen him on somebody else's page. Yeah, I've been married going on 10 years. They don't stop. Thank you so much, Ms. Dukes. Gemini will move on. Trust me, I have. And I've been happier since. I'm fine. I take I take these things and I always take away a learning lesson from these people that prey on you. I'm more naive. I'm the good girl, as they say. I don't be out in the streets and stuff. So a lot of stuff I don't know about, but I learn about it as time goes by. I would think that who would go to those extensive lengths to deceive a person to try to just to get some coochie, it's not that serious. He'll bust a U-turn and come right back. Yeah. But he said that, he knew he was wrong when he tried to talk to me, but he was engaged in me, he was going to try to get some. But, every man, after they really get to know me for who I am, then they be stuck. And then, they can't go nowhere. This is something like this has happened more than once. Not in this caliber, but somebody tried to hit and they found out they actually like me afterwards. He need to go down the street. He don't need no damn circle. Men need to know when your cooch. You can make bad penis good because I'm gonna get mine. Whether you get yours or not, not to be wasted. Oh God. Thank God that in my time of finagling that I've never had any like just bad peen. I've been kind of fortunate. Like people talking about people with small penis. I don't know what those look like in real life. Thank you, Jesus. Up close, so I can't say. I'm gonna let y'all get y'all little 2 minutes of comments because I'm gonna get up off of here. I have did my kiki with y'all, so this is my very first story time. So y'all let me know how I did. Y'all let me know what you want me to talk about. No, I have not killed this dude. I probably could touch him if I wanted to. I haven't been touched. But what's so great about time? It heals all wounds, and God will heal you if you let him, so that you could move on to somebody better. I even wish him the best. I hope that he gets his life together and he stops being a community peen, and he could settle down and find him somebody that he could care about and somebody that cares about him. I've seen one, but I've never had it. Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you for the feedback. So I'll try to do story times more often. I'll find something to talk about my life. I'm a fully transparent person, but there are some things that I like to keep private. But I'm an open book. And as my friend told me in college, excuse me, if she didn't see some of the shit that I go through with her own eyes, that she would think that my life was a soap opera, or that I would be lying about some of the experiences that I've had come across. He gonna be old at the club. But yes, even though I feel that I haven't done hardly anything, which I kind of haven't, I still have a lot of experiences. My life is like a movie and it's funny. I've cried a few times and I've gone through some things, but my life is not just for me, it's for somebody else. And I had to learn that. And God has put me in that position. Girl, you good at what you do. I so enjoyed it isn't a word that you have to worry about when it comes to this. Thank you. Thank y'all so much. Y'all encourage me. Y'all help me to keep going at this thing because I was nervous when I started to actually do YouTube. And I think I sound to Monica at least. I'm going through my Facebook memories, and a little over a year ago, I said, should I try doing YouTube? Because I was doing a few Facebook videos and my videos look terrible. And so you could see the glow up in a year of how I got me a Google Chrome for Christmas last year between going through this phone. It was this phone and my other phone that's across the room. This phone, my tablet, my Google Chrome, me trying to do Instagram and all this all at the same time. Figuring out what I'm going to talk about. Only one or two people listening to. Now I have a 1080p camera and my ghetto lights, which I'm still going to get some new lights. I got a few ring lights here and there, and got a green screen just and a microphone, just building. And I'm steady growing into building my personal studio that you guys come to see me and you come to listen to me, and knowing that somebody stays up either in the morning or in the evening to listen to what I have to say. So it's very encouraging and inspiring, and it helps to keep me going. The club with blue pill. Okay. We all are, but keep doing and get your audience. I overthink everything on my channel every day before I post. On your way to be a mogul. Good, maybe. And you giving the word, because every time somebody asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up, or when I went to broadcasting, everything, what did I want to be? I said, I want to be a mogul. And they'd be like, what the hell is that? I'm like, you don't know what it is? Go look it up. So that is my goal when it's all said and done. I would love to be a mogul. and have multiple businesses, multiple streams of income, and helping hundreds of thousands of people in one form or another. That's my dream. I love you, Tik girl. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So yeah, I thank y'all for supporting me. So I don't know what I'm gonna do the next story time, but maybe Sunday. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Depends on how things going. And I gotta do hot trending topics. And I forgot what I was gonna officially call that show for me. So y'all get to see on what these celebrities doing in this foolishness. So I'm gonna have a self-care day, hopefully tomorrow. And after that, I'll see if I have enough time to do hot trending topics. If not, we're gonna push it on to the next day or whatever. By Saturday, we'll get it going. Thank you. Thank y'all all. So I'm gonna do my worst. Look, y'all gotta watch my commercial. If you're new here and you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the YouTube channel and press like. And if you like hearing stories like this and other ratchetness, or maybe you want to be holy one day, I might have something on there too. You press the notification bell. That way you can find out whenever I'm going live, and then you can follow me. I always say that you got to listen to what you say in order to be real supported. Thank you. I just love me some Tik girl. So like and subscribe. We supposed to be getting it together. I said I would produce it. We need to get a group chat. The affiliates. I'm all for it. I'm now a lady of leisure. And as of right now, I don't have no other job. Like, I stopped going to work, and this is it. Right now, this is it. And I'm in it knee deep. So I'm trying to get my monetization, trying to get this business going, selling whatever I got to sell, just so I don't have to sell no cat. Okay. Or go back to work full time. I don't want to go back to work full time because this is a lot of work. And yeah, I love doing this. I'm ready for my company. Love you too. I'm trying to see what I can get into tonight too. So don't feel bad. Now, next time y'all never been here before, just know that when you come to the house of the princess, you are supposed to have a cool beverage, okay? If you didn't get one today, I'm trying to, where's my stuff? Yeah, okay, so follow me. Oh, that's too far. There we go. Follow me on all my social medias. There she goes. So you can see that, and right above me is the Cash App. If you want to give to the Church of AV. Meow, boo. Y'all so stupid. Y'all are taking Tik girl. I got something in mind for you, and you're gonna laugh when you get it, when I send it. So that's the Church Princess N2K. That's the Cash App, because I'm not big enough. I'm still a little baby. I can't accept no super chat yet. Not that I know. So that's how that goes. Also, again, make sure that every time you come to the house of the princess that you have you a cool beverage. And I just want to thank y'all for coming. I have to turn out the lights now. And God bless you. Good night. Royalty Beauty Brands is a female, Black-owned beauty company with all of your cosmetic needs in mind. Right now, we offer hair extensions, eyelash extensions, and our flagship product, Yumbella Lip Glam. Coming soon to add to our product line will be promo merchandise, lip oil, lip scrub, beard oil, body butter, body soap, and makeup, to name a few. Every product is vegan friendly and carefully made with the consumer in mind. Check out our Royalty Beauty Brand social media and go to our website to sign up for our exclusive mailing list for discount codes and to place an order. Don't forget to leave us some feedback. Royalty Beauty Brands. We see the beauty in you.